Number one show at late night?
That's right, Ball Bags, illustrious guest every time.
That's right, tonight, coming to the stage, we have Grammy-nominated singer and songwriter. You also have a BET award, correct? No, Soul Train.
Soul Train.
Damn, I got our black shit. I'm never going to Essence Fest. And today, this week you're performing at the Global Citizens Festival.
You have
excited?
I am excited.
As a fan, as an artist?
Yeah, I'm a fan of the show. I'm a fan of the work that they're doing, the artists that they're having there. So there's a lot of reasons why I'm looking forward to this, or why this is like a bucket list thing for sure.
Right. Do you ever get approached by rappers
yes.
for like hooks for songs that clearly you don't fit on? Like songs
I think
about
so.
sex and stuff?
I think so. I don't know that I hear about everything.
They just get deaded. Your company.
You
like,
said
no?
they. See, I'm not supposed to show. Am I supposed to point out camera?
Yeah, no.
Everybody knows this.
She's not singing about crack on your hook. You know what I'm saying?
What was the most popped you've been? What's the most broke? Like what job? What's the worst? Excuse me. What was the worst job you've had?
Oh God. Okay, let me go through all 25.
All 25
jobs.
Talking my near and dear to my heart.
Probably. Okay, the worst job. I wouldn't say it was the worst. Listen, everybody are party animals. I love you guys. Thank you for the opportunity.
What?
But no, it was actually a job. No,
like
not even
scene?
the party. It wasn't even like term.
No, it was like a party.
Like Party City?
Literally, I would show up to kids' birthday parties like Dora the Explorer or Elmo.
No.
Word, I'm
Like
serious.
dancing inside, Billy rocking inside the
Everything.
Explorer?
That was you? Elmo doing the Billy Rock?
Minnie Mouse, yeah, Minnie Mouse was chilling, yeah.
You saw Chance the Rapper? He was a.
Hey.
So you were doing like you were one of like the costume people?
I was Elmo. I was Mickey. I was Minnie.
Oh man.
I was one of that was me, Elmo. Look at you.
Hey.
Hey.
How hot are those suits? Are they like burning up inside?
Yeah.
There's no ventilation?
The Elmo suit had good ventilation.
Okay.
Yeah, it had a big face. Big mouth.
What's up? You have a big face.
Oh,
You
man.
do what you have to do.
Listen, you had to struggle for a bit there.
Yo.
Talk about your look. What inspires
I
you?
call it Fordham Road. It's a very Bronx essence. I like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of elements
You know
to
what I mean?
it. I mean, I'm from Cali, so there's that element too. I don't know, I'm vintage in my tastes, but I'm still a little modern, a little hood. You know what I mean? Like,
mix.
so I don't know. I actually like to call it a mob wife.
Oh, my wife couture.
That's what it is, mob wife couture.
You released a video for your cover of Billie Holiday's Strange Fruit.
Yeah.
What went into wanting to make that video?
You know what? So I met with Brian Stevenson from the Equal Justice Initiative, and the movement that they have going on right now is incredible. I think it's something that we've all been talking about for a long time, but he's actually organizing it into action. And you know, he's one of the projects that they're doing right now is lynching in America, and they're basically saying that we haven't honestly acknowledged this history of racial terror in our country, the way a country like Germany has, you know, building monuments to the victims instead of the perpetrators. And here we have a tendency to change the narrative, you know what I mean, to make it a little more digestible to people. And it's not, you know, and it really was terrorism. And you know, these acts of terror, unlike other ones, were never investigated. You know, they never were deemed worthy enough to investigate or to look into or to care about. And so, you know, they're having the families and the descendants of the victims of lynching tell their stories. They're essentially investigating cases that have never been investigated and building monuments, lobbying to build monuments to the victims. So places where community members were lynched, they are saying we want to build monuments to this family and to these people, as opposed to Confederate generals. You know, it is a part of our history, but we don't build monuments to Hitler because we remember the history without honoring
Having to
him,
have
you
a
know.
statue to remind us,
And so the work they're doing is amazing, and we're seeing the fruits of it. And Strange Fruit is obviously in my opinion, our first protest song, and extremely powerful and extremely relevant, you know, because one of the things they say at EJI is that lynching was not just being hung on a tree, it was a mob killing, whether by bullet, whether making people jump off bridges or, you know, to their death. And so it's a mob killing, and it still happens. And that's, so in order to understand what's happening now and to work through it and to heal, we have to acknowledge what happened in the past. And so Strange Fruit is still relevant. It's their theme song, and you know, Billie Holiday is probably my biggest musical idol. And that song was actually one of the first songs that made me connect with the lyrics and how powerful they are. And her willingness to do that song at that time just spoke to how strong she was of a person. And so for me, it was a no-brainer, you know, to be able to pay homage in any small way that I could to her and to the victims, and to just sort of continue to further and promote the message that EJI is the movement they're working right now. So to me, it was an obvious yes. Yeah.
Ooh. What would you want your rainbow to say?
Okay, my rainbow is very simple because I work with a lot of organizations that do a lot of different things, including Global Citizen, EJI, Samburu. So I think one thing that I've discovered in this process is that people want to feel valuable, and they want to know that their opinion or their struggle or whatever it is that they think matters. So my rainbow is going to say, you matter.
That's perfect. That was perfect. I got one last question. I hope it doesn't offend you. Do people mistake you for Rihanna?
Oh my God, what? All the time. I hope it doesn't offend you. No, I'm just kidding right now. No, I get that all the time. Yeah, but it was like now not as much as it used to be before. I think like years ago when she first came out and way before I came out. I was in like Macy's, I think, in San Diego, and this lady was like, "Can my daughter have an autograph?" And I was like, "Oh,
you know about it?
I'm not Rihanna." Like, I was like, I was like, "Oh, I'm not Rihanna." And then she was like, "You know, you don't have to act like that. She's a little girl," and like walked off. I was like, "Wow."
Oh, that's just sort of the Rihanna fan club and shit. That's all your fault.
I was like, "My bad, Rhea. I'm sorry."
You're watching the Desus and Mero YouTube channel.
So subscribe, click the buttons, all the buttons right here. This is the real YouTube shit. You know what I'm saying? Out here.
Gang, gang.
Squad.